Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening. My name is Krista, and you are watching Heart to Heart with the Breakfast Club. We are all digital business owners and work online. Our intention is to have open dialogue about various subjects and hopefully get you thinking. Please keep in mind we are expressing our own opinions and drawing from our own experiences. We value everyone's opinions and beliefs and would love to hear yours. So please don't hesitate to comment. And today is Random Thursday. Random Thursday is when I take a book and I just pick a page. So this weekend, I was at my daughter's with my grandchildren, and we went to a library yard sale. If anybody's been to those where they have the books on sale for like pennies, it's very cheap. So I picked a book out for myself, and I'm going to share a piece of it with you guys. It's called Living Beautifully with Uncertainty and Change, Pema Chodron. Now, I've heard of this author, but I didn't have any of her books, so I thought this was the perfect time to get one of her books. And plus, the grandkids wanted me to pick something, so I had to pick something. So here's the page I opened up to. Let's consider our attachment to praise and blame. We want to be complimented, and we don't want to be criticized. Some people blossom when they receive kudos for a job well done, but go to pieces when they receive criticism, even if it's constructive. Young children, teenagers, and yes, even the most mature of adults can have their spirits lifted up by compliments and cast down by criticism. We are so easily blown about by the winds of praise and blame. This has been going on through the ages. They criticize the silent ones. They criticize the talkative ones. They criticize the moderate ones. There is no one in the world that escapes criticism. There never was and never will be, nor is there now, the wholly criticized or the wholly approved. So to me, this paragraph is saying if you look for your self-worth and um, your good moods, whatever, through approval and criticism, you're just asking for trouble. So, and then there was another paragraph I wanted to read you. I thought it was really good. After he was diagnosed with cancer, the visionary genius Steve Jobs had this to say about freedom from the 8 worldly concerns. Remembering that I'll be dead soon is the most important tool I've ever encountered to help me make the big choices in life. Because almost everything, all external expectations, all pride, all fear of embarrassment or failure, these things just fall away in the face of death, leaving only what is truly important. Remembering that you are going to die is the best way I know to avoid the trap of thinking you have something to lose. You are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart. Now, isn't that amazing paragraph? Even just the last 2 sentences. When you're thinking about dying, you are already naked. There is no reason not to follow your heart. I love that. Anyways, what did you think, Pam?
I think it was beautiful. And how often do we in life we do things to please others. And when something happens and they do criticize us, we take it so personal because I know when someone say something to me and I'm criticized for something, I might take that to heart for 2 or 3 days. I'm sulking over that, like I'm beating myself up. But you know what? If you're going to be happy in yourself, you have to be in yourself and know that whatever they're thinking of you or whatever they're saying to you, don't take it personal because you don't know what they're going through. This morning I was listening to one of the motivational talkers on TV, and he said, you have to love yourself just to be you. When you think of something, you think of positive things in your head. Because when you get up in the morning and you go out and you do something to help someone, and they may like it, they might not. They might give you a pat on the back. That don't really matter. When I do something, I do it not looking for compliments after. It's nice when someone do give you a compliment or praise you for something that you did. But if they don't, just know in your own mind that you did do something good. And when you're there at the end, like he was talking about, if you're diagnosed and you're ready to die, just know you done the best you could do. That you didn't go out and you didn't hurt someone. Because my dad always used to say, when the girls left the house, now girls, don't come back and be sorry for something you did. Always know where you are and what you're doing. And when you go out, you help somebody. When you see somebody in need, you help them. But be happy in yourself. Don't go out and do something that you don't feel good about yourself. Thank you.
Thank you, Pam. That was really beautiful. Yeah, and a lot of great points. And looking and wanting praise for things you do as you're just setting yourself up for disaster. If you look at anybody that's really famous, and if they're not really strong in who they are, really settled in who they are, you can see the chaos in their life, because if they don't get the praise or the adoration that they feel they deserve, they just fall apart, right? Like we see so many examples in the media with that. And that's a prime thing of looking at compliments and adoration for your self-worth. So thank you so much for that, Pam. Okay, Shanaz, your turn.
Good morning, everyone. I don't know this writer, this lady, but knowing she is practicing Buddhism, and Buddhism always about being inner peace, being love and care, to find your own space within your heart. Yes, you guys absolutely right on that. The people who looking for the praise always, so when they don't get it, they are in a disaster. But at the same time, I believe when you see somebody is good in them, we have to appraise them so they can feel good for the good they are doing, to notice there is somebody noticing their goodness. I enjoy that part. So there is, I believe, nothing wrong. You compliment somebody to make him feel good, because not everyday people does that. And you are just showing, you notice the kindness of that person, quality of that person, whatever. Find something good in others. Don't just pick it on something negatively. So that's what I love it. But absolutely, this lady is teaching how to find the inner peace within
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, I love that too. No, I don't think it's so much. I don't think it's pointing out giving compliments. I think that that's a great thing to give compliments, but if you want to receive them, or if you're looking at your self-worth to receive them,
Yes,
and feel let down if somebody doesn't give them to you, let's say you do
absolutely.
something, that's where she says you run into problems, and it's definitely.
Understood that point, but at the
Yeah.
same time, it brought to my mind, because I like to notice the good things
Yeah.
in
I,
others, because you make them feel good. The
yes,
people who
absolutely.
never gets noticed, there is a people around you, nobody pats them on their back,
Hmm.
compliments them for their qualities,
Yeah.
even though if they're not looking for that compliment, right? It's the opposite of exactly the one forgot who is that person. It goes to the la la land and so proud of themselves, and always they want validation for their
Yeah,
life,
exactly.
right? I do definitely agree on that. I don't like that type of the mentality, but at the same time, I believe the opposite of that. We have to let the people know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Lift people up, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay, Jesse, your turn.
Morning, ladies. Criticism, encouragement. It's a great topic. I mean, we all love to be validated to some degree. We like to take compliments. It's nice. It makes you feel good. But we also have to be welcoming or open when we are criticized, but it has to be constructive. I believe in constructive criticism, not criticizing judgment, but criticizing in teaching, criticizing in ensuring that you are passing on something positive to develop that person or to help them. So we live in a time, we're human beings, we live in a world where all these two components coincide with each other, and it's part of our innate being. However, as we're learning about loving ourselves, of course, we cannot lean on compliment to be able to identify our worth. That becomes very vain of us to do that. So if someone relies on that, they're just setting themselves up for disappointment. You're setting yourself up for failure. It's temporary and it's just not gonna go far. At the end of the day, we do need to do our homework and to really self-analyze and try to identify who we are, what makes us who we are, what we love and dislike, and then we'll know how to accept compliments when it comes and accept criticism as well when it comes. Again, it comes back to also your mindset. Where are you in that state and time period, and how are you receiving it? You can receive, however you receive it will also determine how that comment or compliment or criticism is going to shape you, right? So we have to be mindful and aware when we're hearing things and we're receiving things, how we're going to apply it, whether we want to apply it or not. So I think at the end of the day, we have to do what makes us happy, and finding that inner peace, as Shina says, is really important. So yeah, that's all I have to share. Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse, and some really great points. Yeah, constructive criticism is always very important because you can say just about anything to anyone as long as you say it respectfully and with a heart of love, right? And that your intention is for their personal growth, right? Like you can say anything to them as long as they know where the intention is coming from. So that's great about constructive criticism. And you made another great point about be willing to receive. Not everybody's even willing to receive a compliment. And that just comes in to receiving in general, being able to receive. But and I know I've been like this and I've been guilty and I have to catch myself because if somebody says, oh, I really like that outfit you're wearing today, Krista. It's an old thing. I got it, whatever, wherever I got it. Instead of just saying thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, being able to receive a compliment is another great point. Thank you so much. Okay, Raquel, your turn.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Good morning to all the Canadian and other part of the world. Good evening from here in Western Australia. Oh yes, I really like the topic about criticism. Or I think we are all programmed, from birth we're programmed to criticize other people uh, and criticize us and compliments other people, is vice versa. So, but when you receive criticism, you don't need to what I call you don't need to take that personally. I think sometimes uh, criticize you makes you more stronger, and then you analyze what that criticism about. And of course, when they praise you as well, of course, it's we're programmed that, yeah, when they praise, we are all happy about that, of course. But yeah, the most thing is the when they criticize you, so don't take heartedly. You just take it as a lesson perhaps, and or makes you more stronger whatever you do. So like hang on. Like for example, at work they at work they all praise uh, the staff. They put and they send a note that praise this staff that they're doing a good job at work, and then yourself that you're doing a good job, but then you don't receive any recognition or praise at all. But don't don't get that personally. But because if you have a good heart, you know what you do, you know that you're doing the best that you could do at work, and don't hard on yourself if you're not being recognized about what you do. So yes, so that's I think that's all for me, Krista. Thank you so much for this opportunity to share my bit of my part. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Raquel. And you made some really good points too. And work recognition is a very good point. Like, as long as we go to work and we do the best job that we can do, and we know that we're doing that in our heart, it's always nice to get work recognition. We all know that, right? But if you don't get it, you don't get it. You can live with the way you're uh, taking pride in your work and everything like that. So that was a good example of relying on compliments. That's a good one. Do a good job anyways, whether you get recognized or not, because it's you that you have to live with anyways, right? And you have to look back and say, I did a good job. I did the best job that I could do in anything that you do, right? Yeah, so that was great
Yeah.
points. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so there you go, everyone. I hope everybody enjoyed our discussion, and we had some really good points. If it sparks your interest in what we do and you are open to finding out more about working online, register for our free live information session happening tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go to the website of the person's page you're watching from, or send them off a message and they will make sure that you get the website to register. A replay is available as well if this time frame doesn't work for you. And that's the whole point of working online. You can work around your schedule. You don't always have to do everything right at a specific time. A replay is always available. And that's how you find out about this business, is just to check it out. So there you go, everyone. I hope everyone has a wonderful day and take care.